Okay, so testing, 1, 2, 3. Is this thing on? Yep, yeah, it is. Okay, guys, so today is the enemy showcase for Super Mario Brothers 3 plus Kirby Master 2005 Super World. And over here we got Mario. He's just walking around normally all by himself. Alright, so let's get on with it. Let's get started on the new enemies we added so far. Alright, so first up we have the Goomba family. there, there are 5 different species types of Goombas in the Mushroom Kingdom. So, in the Goomba family, we have Goomba, Goombrat, Paragoomba, Galoomba from Super Mario World, Goomba Shoe from Super Mario Brothers 3, and all of the giant Goombas in the Mushroom Kingdom. Goombas are easy to kill. Just stomp on their heads. And if they're winged, do repeat the process. The Loombas, on the other hand, take only 2 hits to beat. In the original Super Mario World, you get to pick them up and throw them at your enemies. But in this game, you have to defeat it twice by stomping on it again, just like in Super Mario 3D World. Next up, the Koopa Troopas. In Super Mario World, we have all 4 color of the Koopa Troopas. So when this game started progressing for the first time ever, I had a concept saying that the Koopas would just pop out of their shells just like in the modern games. So let's review how the Koopas come out. We have the Green Koopa, acting all completely normal. And fun fact, you get to throw the shell. Oh, I'm sorry, that was a glitch. Shell duplication. That's no problem. And did I ever tell you that the enemies have their voice clips installed into the game?
Oh,
Let's
mamma
try that again.
mia!
So the Koopas are in the game. Red, green, yellow, and blue.
Oh, mamma mia!
Now you're probably wondering, what are their wing movements? And also, did you ever wonder that the golden Koopa changes color inside of its shell when spinning discoli, aiming towards the player? Well, that's a fact we'll leave for later. Coming up next, the Piranha Plant family. These piranha plants these piranha plants have 6 different types of species that they're famously recognized for. These piranha plants have labeled their own species known to be green short piranha, red long flame, dynamite poison, which is the red with the purple plant, and the piranha plants that shoot fireballs. The pooties, however, can sit on platforms or walk around in the environment. Like like all the pooty plants, they're just having a good old time, messing around with their spike balls and blowing them up in the air. That's when until Mario probably tries to kill them. Alright, next enemy. Fuzzy beetles and spinies. You know, these two guys, they cannot the Buzzy Beetle cannot be defeated with the Fire Flower, but Spiny can. You can even spin jump on top of the enemies to fend off their spiky tricks.
Ha!
Now, here, time to bring in the big guns. That's what I meant. A line for the new enemy. Not so fast. The Bluster Beetle has an amazing ability of strength that can carry blocks and search for them while they look for the player on the target. Look out! Make sure you have a blue brick with you that is not owned by Beetle, or else you'll get thrown by one and be sent on your toes. Spike's here, I gotta say. Spike is, you know, everybody is mistaken for Spike looking exactly like Fishy Boopkins from SMG4. But that is no problem if you already know which Spike is which in the Mario series. Lakitus from Super Mario Bros. 1. From Super Mario Bros. 1. These these frantic cloud throwing monsters will tend to throw spinies all over the place. And once you stomp on them, you will no longer fall for their trolls right after you defeat them. That was too easy, wasn't it? And the worst enemy of all, the Hammer Bro Squad. A green Hammer Brother throwing hammers, a blue Hammer Bro. Somebody shut those Hammer Brothers up. It's so annoying hearing them throwing their weapons. Anywho, as I was saying, the red Hammer Bro shoots fireballs called the Fire Bro. The blue Hammer Bro throws boomerangs called the Boomerang Bro. And the green Hammer Bro you know and adore from the Mario series is officially called the Hammer Brother. Oh, and let's not forget the hardest foe of all time, Sledge Bro. Sledge Bro will tend to also throw hammers and cause a heavy ground attack, shaking the ground. It's much better listening to Sledge Bro throw hammers other than other than the Hammer Brothers themselves. Psych, that was my opinion. The bombs here have a very simple move set, except that they won't chase you when they sense you in 3D world. Stomp on them and you can use them like items, but you cannot hold them for long because look what happens. They'll explode. The chain chomp comes on its own post and will be guaranteed to chase you on the chain for hours. But it's nothing to worry about because the chain chomp cannot go that far. The Koopa who rises back up after being smashed and shattered into thousands of bones. Dry bones. Dry bones are the skeleton versions of Koopa Troopas that normally stay dead after being broken. And you can also break them apart with different projectile weapons of the following with your raccoon tail and your hammer and the boomerang. These these ghosts are kind of frantic when you look at them in the eyes. And they make funny faces when you look at them for at least a lot of minutes, I guess, if you're thinking what I'm thinking. If you look away, the ghost will follow you. If you look back at them in the eyes, they will tend to play peekaboo and act like a scaredy ghost. Mecha Koopas, I gotta say, what is no Koopa better than the robotic mecha one? Same thing from before, same as the bomb, but this enemy does not explode. Roto discs will be spinning in a flash of light. These, let me spell out radioactive. Let me spell out rotodisc for you. Radioactive waffle spinning lights. Radioactive waffle disc. Or rotodisc for short, if you know what I mean. These lights from Super Mario Bros. 3 will have a flashing effect based on where you are standing at. They can be distinguished with a hammer. Now these nipper plants will just sit asleep until you walk close to them. They have these 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 plants are called nipper plants, the baby versions of piranha plants. Their behavior is to jump up and chomp and shoot
Oh no!
fireballs. If you're not around the plant will just normally walk around in place environmentally. Moles, moles, moles everywhere. The Monty Mole will pop out of the ground giving you a surprise. And they jump higher with wings. From Super Mario Bros. 3, we have swamps that can smash the player in 4 different directions: up, down, left, and right. I was properly thinking of a better design for Swamp, but it was the least I could do. Do you remember those squids? Yeah, those sea creatures. They pop up in the water. Those squids are called bloopers. No, 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 not those bloopers. These iconic squid creatures. These squids have an intensity of flying to you at a high angle speed. These mice from Super Mario 3D World are known as skip squeaks. The one on the left is a regular squeak, easy to be stomped with no problem. The purple one, which you're staring at right here, is the spiny squeak that can only be avoided with a spin jump. It's okay to jump over an enemy, but you might want to defeat it instead, so let's just call it a tie. Just call it a tie. The longest birds of the desert, conchtors. These birds, if sent to the player, these birds will smash you down with their giant beaks.
Oh no!
You can even stomp on them from on top of their heads, or from on top, or on the ground when they slam. Boy, won't these ever enemies won't stop marching to the beat. These enemies are known to be block steppers. These annoying horn troopers march to the beat of this song. Well, not these troopers.
Oh no!
Knock out one of them in their army, and they will go scattering all over the place like scaredy cats, looking for the enemy who made them disband. Once found the player, also known as the enemy who killed the squad, they will chase it for hours non-stop. Bitty bugs, I gotta say, when I spawn the bitty bugs with the QTY function, the object, the color order was reversed, so I did it forwards. These enemies can fly in the air. These enemies can fly in the air with no problem, but they do sing slowly, which is less annoying. Coming to the think of it, these bugs are experts at playing traffic lights with the player, and those can easily troll you. Now the sting bees, these iconic bees, will have a possession of following you once sensed. But don't worry, these bees won't sting at all. Am I right? And And the sting bees also buzz whenever they have nothing to do. Just take them down and you're king of the honeybee killer. Look out below. These these giant blue monsters called bullies came back from Super Mario 64 and they're ready for payback for bullying with Mario. The only thing you can do now for you is that you have to hit him on side to side, defeating them and knocking them over off the colossal. Here, let's try that again so you can see what I mean. Oh my, this gap is too small. Time for a redesign. That's better. Now the real battle begins. Nice going. You just knocked out the bully king. Chuck time. These massive football players from Super Mario World, famous for playing different sports. Baseball, football, pass on, splitting, and look out. These chucks will chase you, but this time, if you stomp on them, they won't dismiss off their helmets. That's a big problem in 2D world. But it's nothing to worry about if you could just simply defeat it. They'll be dead AOS. Or should I say ASAP? These massive cactuses from Super Mario World, also known as Pokies, resemble to be tall and short in many different heights.
Oh no!
They can be escaped with a spin jump, and you can defeat them with your fireballs now. If you have no power up equipped with you, be careful because these spiky monsters will be fending on your feet forever. If that's so, let me try to find it. Okay, I found it. I'm trying to set up the Podoboo input. Lava bubbles. Fearsome enemy monsters that fly above the ground. Lava bubbles, the most hardest enemy to dodge. Oh, I did not set that high enough. Let me fix the jump strength. Let's see if it works. There we go. Lava bubbles, also known as podoboos, are very hot and too spicy to
Oh,
touch,
mamma mia!
including lava. Including lava. So luckily for you, all you have to do is, you guessed it, keep your feet cold and make sure you bring some ice packs with you. The fire snakes and the flame chomps have a similar AI, fire ability. The fire chomp will shoot fireballs in your face, trying to burn you down to death, while the fire snake just simply hops at you in the angle and the position you're going for. After the flame chomp is out of flames, It will chase you until its session has expired to blow up, saying WTF boom. No, seriously, I was meant to make that as a meme. But that still exists. The cannons are here, and they can shoot in all 15 different directions: diagonal, horizontal, and vertical. These things can be seen in airships as well. Bill blasters, now loading. Ready, aim, and fire. The question is, what are bullet bills? Bullet bills Bullet bills are evil
Oh
bullets hired
no!
by Bowser's minions, also known as killer in Japanese, will aim towards the player in the direction it's in with a cannon. With massive cannon hitbox if not too close to the player. Ready for some arcade nostalgia? You guessed it, Sidestepper and Fighterfly make a return after 34 years of absence in the Mario series. Sidestepper will normally get angry if you attempt to knock it out with one of these blocks. You have to hit it twice in order to flip it over. Fighterflies, no problemo. You just gotta make sure you don't fall into their flying traps. You can even mess around with them once they're flipped over, saying, "Give me a break. How hard are those enemies to kill?" Time for some old school physics. Returning. Oh, I forgot to place in the water for the poor little cheap cheeps. Let me try that again so you know what I mean. So cheap cheeps flop
Oh
whenever they're
no!
not in the water, like in the original Super Mario AI.
Oh, mamma
I forgot you
mia!
can swim in the water underneath the screen. In water levels, most likely. In water levels, Cheep Cheeps have different unique behaviors based on how they would normally swim. Cheep Cheeps swim in different style variations.
Oh no!
You cannot stomp on them underwater if they're swimming, just like bloopers. Alright, folks, the
Oh,
moment you've been all
mamma
been waiting for.
mia!
Kirby characters have officially arrived to the game. Let's start with the Waddle Dees, King Dedede's minions. You can even place wings on them Waddle Dees, and they'll be hopping just like Paragoombas. The Waddle Dee's only moveset is to jump, and that is a no-brainer for a poor little subject. Cappy the Mushroom. Cappies are easy to stomp on just like Rexes. Take these bad mushrooms out in 2 hits and you're good as gold. Bronto Burr, everybody's
Oh
biggest
no!
Dreamland's most popular enemy in the entire series. These these pesky tooth-biteless flies will chase you. Fly up and down. Fly up and down. Wait for you. Fly left to right. And will even wait for you to make movement near them so they could take flight and go to the next section of their flying stage. These Bronto birds also have a movement of a blooper, except that they face the player to the direction that they're going for. Poppy Brothers Jr., the son of the Poppy Brothers. They also roll on apples. Delish. And I meant Wispy's apples. No good. The only You can take out these Poppy Brothers by stomping on them and use their apples like Shy Guys from Mario 2. Twizzies, the birds that Kirby eats in the forest. These birds will jump up and down. These birds have a state of jumping up and down while they're sitting on the ground. It's about time. Boss Showcase. A serious, angry mad lad from Super Mario Bros. 3 returns to the show. He jumps high,
Oh no!
jumps high, runs faster, runs faster, and can even fly on wings. Reznor,
Oh
an
no!
annoying Triceratops Rex that shoots fireballs at you, debuted in Super Mario World. Easy to be defeated with blocks if you're jumping on top of them. These scenes may take a while. Here are some familiar faces you might feel remembered with in a somewhat nostalgic way. SMB2 bosses arrive to the game as well, with new physics and handicap abilities. First up, a dinosaur who might be identified with the hardest question to answer is Birdo a boy or a girl? Birdo.
This is as far as you go! Ah! No!
These dinosaurs will shoot eggs at you. Red and pink Birdos will
No!
have the egg ability, shooting eggs at
No!
you.
I'll remember this!
Even the bosses have their own voice clips.
You've got a lot of nerve.
The green Birdo shoots fireballs heading towards the player, giving the player a challenge to fight back with something called a projectile.
Ah!
These shroom blocks will give the player a chance to knock out a boss that is spiky enough not to be stomped on.
Oh no! Ah! Help! Yeah! I'm gonna finish you
The,
off!
the red Birdo has both abilities, except will indicate a spawning instance timer of knowing what to spawn.
Ha! Oh
Make sure
no!
you bring some projectiles with you, shroom blocks, just in case things start to get overheated.
How could you?
May I proudly present the bomb-throwing frantic mouse rodent.
Ha!
Mouser!
Here, have some bombs.
Ha!
This annoying rat from the underground will throw bombs at you, and it's up to you to toss them back, like bomb tennis. Bomb tennis!
No way.
And do I mention it? Or so did I not say myself clearly. Try slide. A six. Wait, I didn't meant to say six. I said three. A three-headed cobra with the
Step right
power
up.
ability
Get you
to shoot
ready to get
fireballs.
Ha!
For the program bonus, I splitted the lines into two to make the boss ideal function properly. Fry Guy, the frantic flame loading bomb, the unstoppable killing boss flame.
Oh no.
Hey, poor Mario's getting knocked out so easily. Let's start over. That's better.
I'm too hot to touch.
Yes it is. Yes he is. Fry Guy is too hot to touch with your bare feet.
Oh no.
Ha!
Oh, whoa, whoa,
He
whoa,
will
whoa.
also maintain to shoot fireballs from his mouth,
Whoa, 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 whoa,
making
whoa.
it more challenging for the boss to defeat.
Ha!
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Too hot to touch.
After Fry Guy is defeated, he will split himself into a clone of four. But the flames in this showcase won't speed up though.
Ha! Ha!
Knock these flames out and you're free to go. The crab who thinks.
You'll make a tasty treat.
The crab thinks. A crab thinks you are a tasty treat. It's claw grip. This homing crab will throw rocks at you. Good thing I brought the shroom block for debug purposes. This annoying crab maniac will throw rocks at you. Manison has a Manning lesson has a reference accent of a pirate, saying "arg" every 5 minutes or less. And here he is, and here they are, the king of the subcon universe, Wart,
I am the Great Wart. Ha ha ha.
renamed Mamu in the Legend of Zelda series.
Ribbit,
Ha!
ribbit.
In the original Mario 2, you have to feed him vegetables. But in this game, you get to defeat him entirely.
No.
Ribbit, ribbit.
One of those speedrun mechanics in SMB2, if you're able to skip Ward's death, just throw a second vegetable at him and he'll go flying corrupted. Hold on, there's more. Hold on, there's more. Okay, I'm setting up Kamek now. If you try to approach Kamek, his theme will play and he will start a chat, just like in Yoshi's Island. After for long absence in a battle, Kamek proudly reproduces himself as the most unkillable, powerful Magic Koopa. Magic Koopas do have the intensity of being a dangerous Koopa with magic spells. He also gimmicks and laughs at you if he casts a spell on you. Here they come! Another boss showcase. Bowser Jr. from New Super Mario Bros. DS and Super Mario Sunshine will be intended to fight you back. You're lucky that your old enemy Junior is here to stay. Here's a fun fact. Fastest process of elimination for speedrunning tip. Use a projectile to easily knock out a Koopaling inside of its shell. Bowser Jr. will also have the ability to throw hammers, so be sure to make your steps and watch them carefully. DDD, that's the name you should know, arriving to the game. He has his own stadium set for battle and tournaments and boxing matches. I never thought Kirby would see this. King Dedede has his moveset complete from Kirby Superstar. And he was a perfect boss for the Super Mario Ultimate fan game, Super Mario Bros. X.
Oh no!
I'll be sure. Now remember, these bosses have a limited value when it comes to battling boss matches. And let me tell you this, new bosses arrive to the game. Koopalings. Larry Koopa. Larry Koopa. Morton Koopa Jr. Morton Koopa Jr. A Koopaling with heavy high abilities. A Koopaling with an unstoppable high jump ability. And stomp inside of its shell as well. Wendy O. Koopa. Uno mas trick. Get the wand before Wendy catches it, and you discovered a new speedrun mechanic.
Oh no!
And she jumped higher before her third hit. She also spawns rings. Now that is what I call a fixed ending in a game. Iggy Koopa. A Koopaling who taunts himself to be a jackass. Or should I say, donkey. Well, that was stupid. Apologies if that went too far.
Oh
Fun fact, in Super Mario Bros. 3, Iggy Koopa jumps higher with a shell. In a shell, Iggy jumps higher and can only walk around in place just like in Super Mario Maker 2. To be precise, he is one wacky Koopa. Roy Koopa, a Koopaling with heavy ground stomps, and can also dig underground. For the debug test, I made him visible so you can see where he's headed for while digging. Hey, where did he go? There he is. Now, if you want to crawl under his shell, you have to be pretty fast, dodging the shell attack with the ground pound ability. I guess that was too easy until then. Just realized that. Lemmy Koopa. Lemmy Koopa, a Koopaling with a fantastic talent of ball juggling, coming from his wand. If Lemmy has no ball to bounce on, that means he will summon one just like he did in his intro. To avoid that intro, be sure to stomp on him as fast as possible without attempting to get knocked out. Last of the Koopalings, Ludwig von Koopa. A Koopaling with an exciting fright of flying higher just like Luigi. And his ground pounds are a little bit heavier than Roy's. On the 5th hit, when he summons a spell, he spawns 5 rings. And based on the Super Mario World movement, he spits fireballs, making it extra challenging to dodge the enemy. And last but not least of them all, the creator of this game, Kirby Master 2005.
no!
That's me? I'm in a game? Unbelievable! I can't believe I just put myself in my own game. What a stupid idea. But I hope this game gets lots of views on Sakura Arcade. I just made that the story plot, so it's nothing to worry about. Fun fact. If you defeat me in the bad ending, if you defeat me once, you'll have to defeat me multiple times. But luckily, in the escape scene, I will steal Bowser Jr.'s Koopa Clown car, transform it into a jet or something, and I will fly over the halberd as you attempt to escape it. And one last boss to show you. Bowser, King of the Koopa. Bowser's moveset is based on Super Mario Bros. 3. Bowser has the intensity of making himself famous for many different Mario games. Bowser is Mario's top arch nemesis. Now that's a good Bowser villain personality. Let's be realistic. Let's be honest. This Bowser here, this classic Bowser movement is a work in progress. Look at that, Bowser just died outside the sky. That's one lucky Koopa. And before we end the showcase, I would like to show you the power-ups. The power-ups of the game. Yes, it is almost complete. Voila! I just set up my power-up scene. Pretty cool, don't you think? Let's start with the Super Mario Bros. 3 Power-Up Classics.
I'm moving now.
Oh! Did I tell you that the player sparkles when after collecting a Starman? Oh, Power-Up Randomizer. Mario collected the Super Ball Flower. The Super Ball Flower is a super power-up from Super Mario Land, allowing you to shoot fireballs that go in all 4 different directions once hitting a wall.
Here I go.
The Boomerang Flower from Super Mario 3D Land, allowing you to throw boomerangs at your foes. And you can even catch them to make them reusable, like saving the Earth from the plastic delusional crisis. Fire Flower. Burn down your foes with this toxic power-up.
Here I go.
Oh, that was a Mega Mushroom. The Mega Mushroom timer was way too short, but at least you guys got to see the preview of it. The Tanuki suit. Transform into a statue to make your enemies unnoticeable.
Lucky. Ow.
Poison Mushroom.
Here I go.
Get poisoned or unpoisoned. The Frog suit. Never have to swim floppy ever again while swimming in water.
Here I go.
The Hammer suit. Throw hammers at your foes. I set up the power-up roster to 15 abilities. Hammer Shoot allows you to knock out foes in one hit with just a hammer, but not bosses though. And did I ever tell you that we added Luigi? Everybody at least needs Luigi to be supported in the game, am I right? So with Luigi hanging around, no problemo.
Here I go. Here we go. Gotcha.
Oh, Luigi got himself stuck inside the wall.
Here I go.
It's no problem. Fun fact, you can probably wonder why Luigi has no flipping animation while doing the Starman. Even Luigi's power-ups work well in costumes.
Yeah. Oh. Here I go.
Some of the common video game animations include Luigi's legs flopping while jumping higher. And soon I will update that. And one more thing. One more surprise. Hint. A pink puff ball that has the ability to take enemies' powers. That's your hint. You guessed it! Kirby's back, baby! Kirby's finally here, back in action, inhaling enemies, spitting them out in stars. Sliding, hovering, eating his enemies. Too bad there are no abilities yet, but there will be guaranteed some experiments to try them out. I even added the voice clips to the players for when they cleared the level. Before we end the showcase again, let's check out the endings I added into the level and the game progress. Searching, searching, searching. I found it in my level pack. A and B. There we go. You know, can't mention Super Mario Brothers without the flagpole. Can't mention Super Mario Brothers 1 without the flagpole. Considering yourself extra seasoned. This incredible stack of gold and good luckiness comes back to give you lots of lives for when you touch the tip of it. There's so much stuff to do in the adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3 plus Kirby Master Super World. And this ends our showcase of Kirby Master 2005 Super World Game Development Showcase. And this is Kirby Master 2005 signing out. Hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you can have more videos along your way. And this is the end of the video game review. Game Direct.